By the way, Holly, if you're watching this, I have your movie. I was gonna text one of my friends that, hey, this is us. If we crash weddings, and then I did not know what the movie was about, and then I found out, and I watched the movie. Good thing I never texted him that.
Don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Good. Because I'd find you.
Wedding Crashers is about these two lawyers, I think they're lawyers anyway, that go to weddings and crash them, and they do the monetizable stuff. It's a funny movie. Yes, I do recommend it for the hilariousness stuff in it. I can tell that Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson have been doing this for like a long time, because they, like, one scene they were in a church and they were saying, "Oh, she's gonna read Psalms 13," and then Owen Wilson is like, "No, she's gonna read David 5:1," and then Owen Wilson was right, and then yeah. I don't know why, I just find that funny that, they've been doing this for a long time. Whenever I do these reviews, I like to like move my hands, and I have the movie in my hand, and it has a bonus disc, so I just feel it going everywhere. I'm just gonna take it out because I don't like that feeling of it going everywhere. In my head, I feel like, won't they, like, go to multiple weddings, and then by some chance, like, they go to one wedding, one person's there, they hook up with her, and then they leave her, and then a couple weddings later, they'll end up finding the same person, because a lot of people know each other. I don't know. But actually, I thought about that. They haven't seen the same person for like the first half of the movie, and then when in the middle of the movie, they find one person that they know. So I'm like, yes, I'm glad they did that. I was so scared that they weren't gonna like show what would happen, like the consequences of that. Although the movie's about like the consequences about that, because one time Owen Wilson had his eye on a girl, and then he ended up like liking her, and not just like kind of like a what's an external way, but an internal way as well. So she's like, "Oh, I want you to come to us on a cruise," and then he's like, "Yes, Vince Vaughn, you're coming." I don't know the names. So Vince Vaughn and this other girl is like, this girl Isla Fisher's character. She's crazy. My favorite scene with her is when she's like, "Good, if you ever leave me, I'm gonna find you." I do not do good with impressions, but that's my favorite scene of the movie. Well, my favorite scene with her in the movie, anyway. So they of course talk and talk, and then they end up falling in love because, what's his name? This guy, Bradley Cooper. That's his name. Hangover boy. He is in the movie. He looks so young. I'm like, that is not Bradley Cooper, but anyway. He's like a complete mean guy. He's bad to his girlfriend. He doesn't like love her at all. And why is he bullying Vince Vaughn? They were having a football tournament thing, and then he just tackled him, like breaking his back, I think. I'm like, why? What did he ever do to you? And then when at the dinner table, Owen Wilson's like, I'm gonna pour some liquid. I forgot what's it called. Pour some liquid into Bradley Cooper's drink, and then he's gonna drink, and he's gonna go. So he is gonna stay dead. Well, not dead, but passed out. Overall, his plan worked to make the girl fall in love with him, but then it all goes to, yeah, you know what? Because Bradley Cooper called one of his friends saying, "Hey, can you find out about these two guys?" And then the guy finds out and he exposes them. And then from that part, I liked the movie because I saw how Owen Wilson, like, he feels really bad about it, and then he just doesn't crash weddings anymore. Vince Vaughn, he stayed with Isla Fisher's character. And then Owen Wilson had to find out the hard way. I'm not gonna tell you the hard way, but he had to find out the hard way. And then they like break up as a friendship. But then a couple months later, I think like a month later, Vince Vaughn goes over to Owen Wilson's house because he's Owen Wilson's lonely, and so he sleeps over with him at his birthday party. In his birthday, and then he's like, "I'm getting married to Isla Fisher, so you better come to my wedding." He does. Owen Wilson does, even though he neglects it at first. And then he sees his love interest. And then from there, they get back together, and then Bradley Cooper is like, "No." So overall, this movie is good. It's great. I like it a lot. It's a very funny movie, and I'm glad that they explore the consequences of crashing weddings.